Can't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop. Gotta fight. Gotta fight. Here we are. Here we are. Back again.
I don't know much about the ROTC here. All I really know about it is I have a friend in it.
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, I don't know too much, but I know there's a lot of kids on campus who do it. I know they have to wake up early and they have to march around in lines, but other than that, I don't know too much.
I mean, I know that you're like part of like training for the Army while you're here.
It sounds like really tough work because they're always doing lots of runs and stuff like that.
I saw them training out by like the field one day.
Offers some students a way to go to college so the military can pay for them to go to college. That's all I really know about it.
I have a few friends that are in it. Other than that, I really don't have much knowledge of the ROTC program at Roger Williams.
They have a place in the Army afterwards, after graduation.
I know they got that cool little setup down there by the water.
My buddies do it, and they're up every morning real early.
It's about 5:30 in the morning on Friday. Yeah, we wake up at about this time every day, 5 days, like 5 days a week.
The overall goal of the program is to commission the Army's future leaders as second lieutenants in the active duty Army, the Army Reserve, and the National Guard. The program itself has been in place since the early 1900s, and Salve, Regina, and Roger Williams make up an important part of the program as it stands today.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hip.
Right now there's approximately 60 contracted cadets, and about 18 of those at the moment are enrolled here at Roger Williams University.
I joined ROTC because since I was a little kid, I always just wanted to be a part of the military. And kind of an ROTC was a compromise between me and my parents about going into the military instead of enlisting, and then instead of just going to straight college and not doing anything at all. So, I mean, plus the officer route has so many more benefits in the long term as a career, which I've been thinking about.
Ever since I was small, you know, I always saw the movies, and I grew up with a whole family of people that were in the Army, and none of them were officers, and I figured I could start the tradition. I get to live both experiences. I have friends that go to military academies and stuff, and you know, they're forced to, you know, live military 100% all the time. Here at college, I can do both the military and have a civilian college life here. And sometimes it's hard to balance it out, but it's a good balance, and I like it. So it's everything that I want to do.
I've always wanted to be an Army officer. Well, a military officer. I didn't know whether it was Marine Corps or Army. And I joined ROTC because it just had more options and opportunities for me and being able to accomplish my goals in life. What I like most about the program is the opportunities it has to meet people and friends, and the leadership ability that you have afterwards. My buddies that I have within the program are one of my closest group of friends I've ever had. And I also enjoy the opportunities that it gives you to kind of mature faster.
Every man in my family has served in the military except for my uncle. It's all the way back to the Revolutionary War. It's huge for my family. It's kind of like a rite of passage. Some people turn 21. I mean, that's obviously still big for everybody, but joining the military is a big thing.
We do PT here at Roger Williams 5 days a week from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning here at the gym. Sometimes you'll see us running on campus. And we go to Fort Dix. We go to a number of installations. We do staff rides. We go to the War College. We go to Natick Labs. We go down to Washington, D.C., Army 10 Miler. A whole variety of events and activities that keeps that I think really keeps the cadets interested. I'm an active duty Army officer. My role is I'm the battalion executive officer, so I take care of a lot of administration issues and what have you, but I'm also the assistant professor of military science. I lead the PT instruction 5 days a week here. I also teach freshman level and sophomore level Army ROTC. The cadets do a variety of activities. I would organize it into two things: a classroom environment and also a tactical environment. We go to a number of locations across the United States, whether it be Ranger Challenge, where we have cadets participate and compete against each other, teams of 10. That's once a year. Some of our cadets that are really like to get out there and get into the mud and push themselves. It's a combined competition. It is more challenging than just attending and being a student, but I think it's also comparable to some of, I think, you know, the difference is comparable to being an active member in crew or you know, some of the other sports. If you play sports in the spring and fall and what have you, you've got a similar routine of working out and attending practices. So I don't know that it takes significantly more time than that.
At first it was hard, like as a freshman, but later on, as I became more experienced and I got used to waking up early in the morning and got used to going to URI to do training.
I see some of my peers and they kind of seem to have it easier than I do, but that just goes along with what I want. I'm sure that if their desires were to be the next greatest architecture, then they would be able to have just as much stress and workload as I do. And I'm sure that people with an architect program have a lot of stress and work. But I think it all goes with what people want in life versus how easy something is. If you truly want something, it doesn't seem like it's hard. If you truly want it, it doesn't seem like it's work.
I go to bed at about midnight, 1 o'clock. On average, wake up at 5:30, go through the whole school day. Hope I dream for naps. I mean, this week we haven't had classes. Waking up at 9:30 is like, oh God, this was like to be a college student. It's crazy.
All in all, it's about leadership and developing young leaders, young students to take on leadership roles. I would hope that the stereotype would be of a student that's ready to be a leader, that's trained to be a leader, and whether that be in the military or in civilian service.
The choices that you make have consequences for them, and they have higher consequences because of me being within ROTC. I can't, for example, drink and drive. While peers of mine at this university could do that and just get a slap on the wrist, really, and you know, have a little trouble with the law. Well, if I were to do that, I would lose everything from my career to my goals in life to money, everything.
You certainly have to be committed to the program. I mean, the requirements are essentially attending PT, physical training in the morning from 6 to 7, but you get into that routine, and it's 1 hour. And the cadets, once they get in that routine, they enjoy it. The cadets are more physically fit. I think they better able to focus on classes, and I think you're more alert and physically and mentally.
What I like most about ROTC is the training that we get, and kind of the mix of the training and college lifestyle, because it's definitely tough. It's kind of, we have to balance a lot, you like your life, and it's a challenge.
The general experience overall is good, this being part of the the ROTC family here. But I like field training exercise where we go away on a weekend and really get to do the skills that we train for. One of my buddies felt it's like training for the Super Bowl, and you always, the field training exercise is the Super Bowl, and you want to perform and give 100%, and you go up and you practice the scenarios.
The most exciting thing that I've done would probably be flying in a Black Hawk helicopter, and being able to, we came in for our FTX, which is a field training exercise, and we flew in on Black Hawks as juniors, and we landed in this airfield, and we had to get out, and it was all tactical and stuff where you had to get out and drop your ruck and then lie down, and we got shot at with blanks from the opposition force, and that was a lot of fun, really exciting and cool.
When I finished the program, I was a commission, and as of now, I plan on having a military career, 20 plus years, unless they kick me out for some 9 reason.
Hopefully I get the job that I want in the Army. I want to do military police, and you know, the structure of how you get the job depends on a lot of factors. I'm doing the best I can to make it.
Once I graduate from the program, I see myself as an ordnance officer, and doing the best that I can.
We all kind of want to go through the experience of combat. I think it'll be a life-changing experience, both positive and negative, but it'll definitely give us kind of a better perspective on things in life, and you know, kind of give us more appreciation for things here in the U.S. that we have in the U.S.
The resident population sees the cadets on campus and also in the gymnasium. They see them in the dorms. A lot of them have close friends across campus. They're involved in other organizations, fundraising, community service type events.
I don't really know how people view us. I mean, you know, everybody's going to have their interpretation. Some people say nicest guys, craziest guys, worst guys, you know, I hear it all. But everybody in ROTC is different. I mean, we're all like brothers, but we all have our own personalities and our own lives, essentially.
I think a lot of our friends who know us think we're good guys.
It's a different lifestyle, it's a different personality, and you have much more type A personalities in the military as opposed to civilian life. In general, we're taught to be much more aggressive. We're taught to be very straightforward, and a lot of people, I think they take that the wrong way, like we're just being jerks or something like that. But we say how it is, we say what we think, and you know, we just figure people just have to deal with it.
I wouldn't say we're the crazy guys on campus.
I think it's hard for people to understand a lot of what the military is all about. But yeah, I think it's just that people kind of get their perceptions from movies, the media kind of. I think there's a lot of just misconceptions, which I mean, it's no one's fault really. I mean, but I don't really know what people would think outside other than what my close friends think.
People usually probably don't have a good understanding of what it is that we do. People just think of us as people who just run around on campus singing, and I don't think they fully understand the obligations that we have.
We get up way too early. We do most of our stuff at URI. I think people, either they just assume what we do, or they'll hear it from us. Otherwise, they just kind of don't know. I know a lot of people on this campus who didn't even know we had an ROTC program until it happened to come up in a topic where I was talking about something.
I think that there should be a little bit more awareness about kind of what we do on campus, or what people should learn more about kind of like what the military does. I mean, because I think there's a kind of a conception that the Army is out there to kind of just build their numbers no matter what it takes, whether it's enlisted or officer. And you know, I'll just speak on like part of the ROTC part. That kind of ROTC and the whole officership program is not about recruiting and getting numbers and taking on anybody we can, but it's about taking the best of like American citizens and trying to give them skills not only for the Army as an officer, no matter what branch they're in, but skills for the future, and not to just kind of make ourselves better citizens, but kind of we see it as our job to help others become better citizens too.
It's a great campus here. We get great support, and really enjoy being here on the campus. We really appreciate the support from the community, from the students, and again, we have a great team of cadets here.